recording. Oh, did I make you a?
I don't know. I don't have the ability
to. Can I make you a host? There we go. Okay. All right. So we're both hosts. Okay. So I am going to ready. Here's something that doesn't always happen on SEO and IPA. Ready? Ready?
Connection problems, I think.
Oh no. I can hear you.
Patty keeps. I wish you could tell who it is.
I know. I can hear you. I can see myself.
I can see both of us. So theoretically, that makes me better.
I got to tell you, this app kills me. A lot of times it works kind of without issues, and sometimes it gets wonky as shit. So yours just says audio only. Can you just help me out? Whose video's on?
Most people see me.
I don't know.
I'm being voted president of Blab right now.
Do I jump out and jump back in?
I think most people can see. I think a lot of people can see both.
Okay.
All right, so we're just going to do it. We're going to do it. I'll launch into it. We'll get started. Ready? Here we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's SEO and IPA. It's the fun weekly hangout about inbound marketing, entrepreneurship, and more for cool people of all shapes, stripes, and colors. As always, I am Daniel Barrett here from AdWordsNerds.com, and with me, as always, is the brains behind the operation. Officially, the only reason that anybody ever watches this show 50% of the time, her camera works all the time. It's Patty D'Alessio from ReinventInteractive.com. Patty, how are you, my wonderful friend? I'm just going to focus on you, even though I have no evidence to support that.
I can see both of us now, if that's at all helpful, but it is like a little bit weird. So I don't know.
I can see both of us. That sounds like that would be in a song, right? It sounds like kind of a Luther Vandross thing. I can see both of us. That's like this whole love song where he's like in love with a vampire and they're standing in front of the mirror together. And he's like, I can see both of us together, even though he can't see her in the mirror. She's a vampire. And it's super heart-wrenching.
I don't know. I love the song.
And then he says, Bram Stoker, I hardly know her. That's how the song. Patty, how are you?
So before I was saying, here's a sound that we don't normally hear on this show, and it was me opening a can of beer. So insert the can of beer sound right now, even though I already referenced my beer.
Okay.
So
all right, insert it. Oh, you.
So now what'd you say?
You ruined it. Okay. Well, I'm gonna get one of those soundboards. Yeah. Okay. We'll open up a can of beer. Highlight.
So it's Cigar City Brewing Highlight. It's an IPA. It's really tasty. So here I'm gonna show you kind of the flavor. It's got this kind of yellowy, kind of orangey sort of flavor. I think a color going on. Can you see the color? It's a little bit unique. This beer I looked up because it's one of those. It's really sought after. Everybody seems to love this beer. All the beer pages that I'm on, everyone's yes, we can. Steve, hi Steve. I'm sorry. So anyway, this is a really like beer nerd favorite. So I go on to look at what Beer Advocate rates it, and the BA score is a 93, outstanding, and the Bros give it a 100.
Whoa, the Bros are in.
They're all in. So it's a tasty beer. It's a coveted one to kind of get your hands on. I don't always see it in my local beer stores. But anyway, it smells really, really good. Mm. Oh, it's good. It's a really nice. They're canning it, right? So yeah. So anyway, so here is today's beer. I'll put the link to Beer Advocate in the thing here.
Cool. And Justin likes it. Justin from around your neck of the woods, so he gets most of the beers that you guys.
I have to find out where he is.
I don't think it's available up here. At least I've never seen it anywhere, which I guess isn't saying too much.
Yeah, no, this is definitely a tasty one. I like that it's in cans. As a boater, I kind of appreciate really good beer in cans. So anyway, it's awesome. I'm gonna put the link to that here just because it's fun. Everyone should check this one out. Okay, so there's that. Now I'm going to place the link to the article, which I think I already have a bit.ly link. I'll just place that here.
So, Patty, you brought this article to my attention this morning as I tried to put my pants on or whatever.
Chose not to. Right.
Yeah, I chose not to today. So this is an article all about, is affiliate marketing a viable business model in 2016? And it seems like it's mostly tackling big sort of media examples. I think most people will be familiar with affiliate marketing in the sense of like you go on ClickBank and you find some product that you want to promote, and then you put a video on YouTube where it's like Patty DeLissio's SEO service scam ? And then in it you're like, nope. And then you like click this link, and when someone buys Patty's SEO service, I get a kickback. Well, usually it's can be anywhere from like 10% to like 80%, depending on the service. So, and then then money flows in like a river. Yeah, you just set up some ads, and then you retire to a beach, and you make all your money making your class about how you make your money in affiliate marketing. So affiliate marketing was a huge thing. My perception of it is that it's kind of the common perception of it is sort of similar to like network marketing or multi-level marketing sort of stuff, where it's like, hey, like, you want to come over to my house for a party? And you're like, sure, I love parties. And then you get there and it's like, oh, it's a Tupperware party. And you're like, that's not a real party. I hate you as a friend. You're a horrible friend, or whatever. Right. So that's kind of the perception of it. But I think this article is sort of saying, well, maybe not. Yeah. Let's about it. So Patty, why don't you drive us in here? Drive us home.
Sure. All right. So I put the link in, right? So that bit.ly link there goes to the article. It's on Marketing Land, the Marketing Land website, which is a really great resource. We've done a lot of articles from them in the past. The author is Ray Hoffman. I'll make sure that I tag her in Twitter after the show. So it's called, Is Affiliate Marketing a Viable Business Model in 2016? With large publishers like Gawker, which is what the article is mostly about, latching onto affiliate marketing. We kind of discuss what's up with the industry. And then she really does talk about what's going on with kind of the small players. So what it used to look like, kind of what it is now. But I think that there's some interesting things to touch on. And I have to confess, I have a little bit of a love-hate relationship personally with affiliate marketing. And I have more experience on being actually the person signing up the affiliates for the products that my clients are selling. You know what I mean? So in search of affiliates to market. So I've done a lot of, setting up referral partner stuff in Infusionsoft and managed kind of the payouts and the agreements of who's going to do that. Not as much through websites, but more like through email. You know what I mean? Like setting up those kind of affiliate programs and making partnerships with other, industry leaders to then kind of get the word out and sell the products, be them digital or even physical products.
So what's the difference? So like, let's define the technical difference between affiliate marketing and like referral partnering.
Yeah.
Which are different, right? Because you can have a JV partnership. Is a JV partnership with someone necessarily an affiliate situation?
It's a really good question. And I certainly know what this affiliate marketing is. This is where you're tagging your links, and if someone clicks on that link, buys that product, you get a kickback, right?
And the most sort of famous example of this is Amazon, right? So Amazon has a system where if you click through to Amazon, but then that also actually continues. I mean, at least when I remember looking into this, the Amazon thing actually continues for like the next however many. So if I've clicked your affiliate link and then 2 days later I come back to Amazon to buy something completely different, you also get a cut of that. I think it sort of extends for a certain amount of time.
This article says 24 hours. I don't know if that's new or different.
Oh, yeah, it's 24 hours. That makes sense.
Which is great.
So,
go ahead.
So, I mean, all the way to, the sort of differentiating factor, I think that with referral partners is someone like, okay, I'm going to refer you to this company, and if you sign up, I sort of get a cut. I think when we talk about affiliate stuff, we primarily are talking about like this technical thing where it's like, it's just a link to your website. I'm not actually like talking to anyone and like referring you. Even if we have a partnership, it's just like I mentioned in my article, Samsung phones. And I've got a program that like automatically inserts an Amazon link for like Samsung phones. And if you click through that or whatever, all the way to classic sort of clickbank stuff or whatever. Right.
Yeah.
So, okay. So we've got that. So a lot of these big publishers have been doing this for a pretty long time. Right.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm going to give the big secret at the end. It is still a viable business. It kind of ends with that. So let's kind of, flip the article around and say, yes, it's viable. And then kind of take apart what the issues are, especially now, like 2016, what's changed? How do we kind of think about it? What's better affiliate marketing and what's not? I mean, first.
I mean, yeah, because I was going to say, because one of the points this makes, right, is that the AdSense revenue paid out to advertisers has been declining year over year, right? And so I think it's part of it's when people thought about online publishing originally, the way you were going to pay for free content online was through advertising, right? And I think we've all had that example. I think that's reached a zenith kind of where I literally, this happens to me all the time now. I'll say like a recipe on Pinterest or something I want to like click through to or something, some link to something. And especially on my phone, and I'll go click to it and it'll be like, cool, hey, here's the website. By the way, full screen video ad that I can neither scroll nor figure out how to close. And it's so irritating. It makes the site actually impossible to use and I just bounce off, right? And I think a lot of people have just been trained to be blind to advertising because it's so annoying and it's so inappropriate a lot of the time. So people aren't clicking on ads essentially. So the idea is like, well, you need something to replace. So while the AdSense revenue is declining, right, it seems like affiliate revenue is actually increasing. I think it said like 17%. Over into 2017 or 2016.
And this is based on Foster research that was done, right? Forrester research.
Yeah, they're one of my favorite researchers.
Forrester. So I thought that was really interesting. That research also showed, Forrester. So it's a growing business up to 4.5 billion. So that's the 17% growth between 2011 and 2016 is that it will reach 4.5 billion, which is huge. And that the study further claims that buyers through affiliate channels spend more money than the average online shopper, which is interesting.
That makes sense to me because you're the kind of person that's clicking an affiliate link to begin with. So, I mean, I guess the question is like, when is this annoying versus when is it actually better than advertising? So it makes sense for me, like if I'm thinking about, okay, I'm reviewing a video game, it makes sense to like, you got a link to the game at the end of the review, you can go buy it, it helps out the thing. It helps out, helping out the publication or whatever. But then part of me is also like, well, it gives you a very real reason to skew reviews in favor of certain.
Can I just tell you, I just saw this happen last week, and I actually had to comment on it on Twitter. So a friend of mine local to here, I caught a Twitter post where she was retweeting someone's article, someone who has like a really big following, where she compared Aweber to MailChimp. And it was like, Aweber versus MailChimp, which one's better? And then it was like, they're both really good and MailChimp's a lot easier, but the analytics don't compare, so use Aweber like I do. And then it left two links at the bottom, and the Aweber one was an affiliate link and the MailChimp one wasn't. And I was like, first of all, I don't think I would take the advice in the article because it's clearly skewed so that she gets paid. But I just found it like really, frustrating, and everybody's doing it, but it, can you really take that advice or that critique seriously when, it's one thing if I use it, hey, I'm using this thing, I really love it. Here's a link to it, check it out. You might like it too. And by the way, I'm an affiliate partner, so, I am getting paid, but I do use it. Like how do you how do you do this in kind of like an authentic way that doesn't make you look like an ambulance chaser, you know, like some total scumbag.
Yeah, 'cause I think even if, so like Jamie says in the chat, like you shouldn't be an affiliate if you don't
Right.
if you don't believe in the products. Take that example. She may really love AWeber and be like, AWeber is the best, but it creates it creates an environment where people are like, well, she's only saying that because she's an affiliate, right? So it's like I think the thing I've seen a lot is like where you're like, oh, like which host is better? I actually did SEO for a while for a guy who wanted to get into like the web hosting review site game, or like the money is like you are an affiliate for every single thing on the site, and you rank and review and you do SEO. And I was just like, dude, this is like the shammiest, most crazy niche. Like you just pick the worst niche to try to do this in. But it's like, but that's the thing. So he'd be like, which is better, like HostGator or GoDaddy? And he's an affiliate for both. It doesn't matter where you go, right? And so that's almost seems like more fair. But then in that situation, he was like, but I want to drive people to my HostGator review because I get a bigger payout for HostGator than I do for GoDaddy, right? So he's getting paid no matter what, but then you get into the amount of compensation and stuff. So I think it's like the kind of thing where you kind of have to demonstrate it. So to like take it back to like, let's say there's a video game review site or whatever, and they're reviewing all these video games. If you've established like, look, we do this on every single article has an Amazon link at the bottom. So it doesn't matter like what you're reading, whether it's a good review or bad review, and you actually have bad reviews, right? Because I think in a certain way you have to like demonstrate your
credibility.
Yeah, that was weird. Now it's almost swinging the other way. And now I'm like, well, I don't want people to think I'm only doing it for the money, so I have to really slam this whatever.
You know, it's really weird. I mean, this also comes down to, you know, how do we feel about native advertising, right? How do we feel about, you know, paid articles that masquerade as, you know, like marketing that masquerades as something other than what it is, you know?
Yeah. The colonial powers pushing out indigenous advertising, pushing them off their land. I'm incredibly against that.
Well, okay, so they did
that. You got
no. So I noticed they talk about a product in here called Skim Links, which I, you know, kind of looked up. And again, like I said, my experience with this is a little bit different. But there's a product in here called Skim Links where you sign up. Are you familiar with this idea? It's like third party.
Oh my god! I'm not. I wasn't familiar. I just opened it, and the reason I just started rolling my eyes was,
oh no,
the headline on their website says, "Make money from your content," which is content with commercial intent. All right, I'll see you later, everybody. It's been a good ride.
So what Skim Links does is, and I kind of looked into it. I'm sorry if I'm the only one that's kind of new to this. So Skim Links will take 25% off the top of whatever your, you know, affiliate money is that you make. So you keep 75, they keep 25, but you don't have to manage or do or sign up for anything. So you put some of their code goes in the footer of every page on your website, and then you just carry on and write. So you write, you provide links to products and things and stuff that you recommend and like. And every time a link is clicked, Skim Links hits their database, you know, checks it off as a sale, manages the dollars for it, and I guess, you know, then pays you kind of like secondhand, which I thought was interesting. At least it takes the, you know, am I purposefully writing this in order to get the, you know, the dollars and the kickback, or am I just blogging and writing and being earnest about the content that I'm creating, and I happen to have this?
That's the ideal. But if you have to make money from a blog or something, you know, it's like it's funny. I noticed this mostly with, this is not really necessarily what we're talking about, but they're just kind of talking about the intersection between creating stuff and getting paid for it, right? I follow this woman on Instagram, and I follow her primarily because she shares recipes and she's a good food photographer in the way that like apparently all moms are good food photographers now. I've never seen such beautiful food in my whole life, but everyone's like, touchy your mom. Well, that's a horrible blog name, but Mama's Spoon, and it's like just these fucking amazing photos. I'm like, how you do? I took this with an iPhone, and like, it's crazy. So anyway, I follow this woman because I'm like, oh, she has some good recipes. I'm like, every once in a while, and it's always like this really cool kind of minimalist approach to food. It's just like, this is like some like grilled zucchini with fried egg on top, and it's like, or just like a really nice picture of it. And I'm like, yeah, like I really like your approach to food. Sounds whatever. But every once in a while, it'll be like, this post is sponsored by Teddy Grahams. And like, today I'm digging into Teddy Grahams. And it's like Teddy Graham salad and Teddy Graham whatever. And it's like Teddy Grahams all over the place. And it's like,
it makes you feel dirty.
Okay. Forget it. And she's like, and I love Teddy Grahams. And I'm like, you don't really love Teddy Grahams. I'm like, zucchini with fried egg lady is not like Teddy Grahams. Teddy Grahams, like it's just not. Yeah, but it needs to. But when like movies where you ever watch comedians in cars getting coffee with Jerry Seinfeld? Okay, the reason I love the product placement is like whenever there's product placement, he blatantly it doesn't fit at all, and he blatantly calls it out. So it's like oh, this is the product placement, and it's just like a car like drives right at the camera for no reason or whatever. And I feel like it's one thing if it makes sense. So like the thing with the Teddy Grahams thing is like it's like watching a movie where they're like like the alien invasion is right around the corner. If we don't do something, we're all gonna die. And then it just like takes a really prominent sip of Coca-Cola for no reason. Like, and it's like it's so out of context, it makes no sense. So same thing with like this woman's Instagram feed. I'm like, this whole time you've been grilling zucchinis and stuff, and now you're telling me you're going to roll your kids' ice cream in Teddy Grahams. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Like it doesn't feel legit. It doesn't feel. Yeah, it doesn't feel authentic, right? So that just takes me totally out of it, and I'm like, and I don't begrudge this woman the ability to make money with her Instagram feed. I'm like, no, you do you, lady. Like you do more than I do, right? But it just I'm not going to then go buy Teddy Grahams, right? Because it just takes me out of it. So I don't know. I guess I don't. I think the thing is like this stuff is either good or bad. It's like advertising. It's neither good nor bad. It is neutral, but it's how you use it. And I think you monetize your audience in the short term at your long term peril. So, you want to see the best example of this native advertising? The site is all advertising. I actually look at it like 3 times a week. Is Everyday Carry?
See,
I don't know. Let me find the example. Yeah, it's everydaycarry.com. And Everyday Carry is literally this is what it is. People empty their bags and they take pictures of all the cool stuff in their bags, like notebooks and gadgets and knives and compasses and shit. I don't know why they have it. And then every little product has a little thing around it so you can mouse over it and see what it is. So it's like it's this kind of knife, it's this kind of wallet, it's this kind of thing, and you can click on it and it takes you to a place to buy it. That's all it is. The entire site is that. It's all affiliate links. But I look at it every day because I'm fascinated by what people have in their bags. And I'm always like, maybe I do need a new keychain for no reason. Like I bought a little multi-tool, like a little knife on it to like put on my keychain. I lost it in my car. I've never needed it. I'm never gonna need it. It's like this stupid thing. But I'm interested in that, right? So that like all the contextual stuff makes sense because when I look at these photos, I am like, oh, like where would I buy that bag? Or like, maybe I do need a Bowie knife to carry around with me every day. You never know when I might need to like cut my way out of a plane hangar or something, like something stupid. So that's like the perfect use for that, right? Yeah. And they even like rank the products over like how people. Oh my god, it's so horrible. Yeah, so it's like I'm looking at it now. I just clicked on a link literally right now.
So here's what I want to say too, though, is that there once was a time when Google really didn't like all the trash sites that were just advertising and we're full of affiliate links. And one of the animal updates, one of the animal Google Panda, whatever it is, updated and really was against this, right? So you couldn't just throw up junk, bullshit and just.
You don't really see empty affiliate sites anymore in terms of like organic search results or search placements or whatever.
I did see a link. I watched a little bit of a video this morning that was, of course it was filmed back in 2012, but it was of Matt Cutts addressing this. So he's on stage with Danny Sullivan. Danny Sullivan saying, tell us what the deal is with, with affiliate links. Are they good or bad? And he was like, listen, the really big affiliates, we already know about them. And most likely they're okay, right? So your Amazon links, as long as there's, a reasonable couple percentage, not a huge, your whole page isn't nothing but that, but there's actually usable content and something that the search engines can crawl and index and get their hooks into. But, if you're worried about it, he said, just make it a no follow link. So you can just, you can have your kind of affiliates, make them no follow, which makes sense because you're not really going to gain much from that as far as search results go anyway. But you can kind of feel better about using those as outbound links, kind of as affiliates. So I thought that was kind of, a little bit interesting. So it's not bad for your SEO standing as far as organic goes, especially if they're reasonable, non-spammy, non-shitty affiliates. So that was right from Matt Cutts. And by the way, he's still on sabbatical, Mr. Cutts.
Yeah, I think they murdered him. Or they absorbed him into the machine.
They put him in the sausage maker at Google and just made him part of the algorithm itself. They just like.
Oh, no, the sausage maker goes straight to the cafeteria that everyone gets free lunch at. And they were like, oh, sausage day today. And then someone like leaned really close and they were like, it's Brian Cutts. And they were like, what?
That's great. Oh my God, I want to write that book. I want to write that story. That's awesome.
What, Brian Cutts? The best of Matt Cutts, Brian Cutts. Or the Google, there's the Google Soylent Green thing, which I think is Soylent Green being rebooted in the Silicon Valley startup environment would be amazing, and someone needs to do that, especially since the startup Soylent is a real thing.
How did they do that? Why is that a thing? Yeah,
Soylent. I mean, the name is a joke, but they got a lot of funding. They are very cash rich.
That is absolutely crazy. Okay, so have you made money with affiliate links, Dan?
I will tell you this amazing story. When I graduated from college, I decided I didn't want to be poor anymore. And I bought the 4-hour work week, and I was like, I got an idea. I'm going to make my money online. So what I did was I was like, went through all these phases, like trying different online businesses. One of them was an online knife store that was just a series of affiliate links and drop shipping links and stuff like that. And I think it was called like alltheknives.com or something. It doesn't exist anymore. I ran that for like couple months and realized I don't know anything about knives. I could give a crap. I didn't make any money because I don't know if you know, the knife SEO space is a little crowded. So I shut it down. So I have toyed with affiliate stuff in the past because I think most people that customknives.com. I wish that was. None of my knives were custom. These were like, oh, that's a great website. Oh, look at the font on this website. What is this font? Cameron is what it's called. Wow. By the way, guys, if you're ever curious, one of my favorite Chrome plugins of all time is called What Font. You just click it, you hover over anything, it tells you what font it is. So anyway, I think most people who start off learning online marketing on their own for like I wasn't learning it for a company or something. I think most people start or get sucked into the affiliate space at some point because it seems like such easy money. And it is if you treat it like a real business and, do that full time, but it wasn't fun. So I didn't stick in it very long. Do you ever touch the dark side and do the affiliate thing? I feel like affiliate marketing is the dark side of online marketing, more or less. Whether that's fair or
I
not.
don't want it to be. I really don't. I want. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I think this stuff that we're talking about isn't, but I'm talking about like weight loss pills and stuff where you like write the sales letter and you do the video and you like send the blah blah blah. And maybe you bought some guy's thing for like $97 that was like affiliate millionaire.
No, I haven't done that.
Stuff like that. No, I've done that. I've been that guy. If you're that guy,
no, you have
don't
not.
be ashamed. Don't be. It's a thing you go through. I literally did buy like I think affiliate millionaire for $97 was a literal thing that I bought. And it was this kid. It was literally like a 17-year-old kid in Thailand who's like, this is how I made $1 million. And I was like, if this kid can do it, I can do it. I couldn't even make it through the course because I was like, this is awful.
And, and so some of the more objectionable ones are like those kind of like false gurus who are telling you to, they're offering you freedom for this package where you can do your work from like, beaches all over the world and, sell your house, give me a bunch of money and then you'll have this freedom. That stuff makes me crazy. That stuff really does make me crazy. I think it's dangerous. I think you're harming people with some of that nonsense.
No one ever died from online marketing.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's not.
No,
it's not good. But I think I think that in a lot of ways that's like the progression, right? Because you start when you start. Okay, I'll take this back. I think when I was learning this stuff, that was the progression because there wasn't like a distilled or a Moz or anything when I started learning SEO. There was just some guy that was like, learn SEO. Make the font white. You can write as many words as you want. He was a pirate. Right. He was a pirate guy. And I was like, I like this. And he was like, Napster. And I was like, I'm in. I'm so in, Because I think back in the day it was like a feeling of power that was cool. It was cool to have. Nowadays, it's like there are a lot of like legit channels that actually learn SEO. There's like lynda.com and all that stuff. And they all teach like the nice kind of SEO. So I don't think you got to go through that anymore. But I think there was an age when I would say most of the people that are you're my age, general age bracket, we're doing SEO now, been doing it for a while. Most of us have like that guy's PDF somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's like you've been on Warrior Forum once. You've never been on Warrior Forum? Never mind. I take it back. You're not cool. Cool.
Come on.
No. It was so Warrior Forum is like it's still around. Very big in that kind of like online marketing affiliate community. Like there's constant stuff coming out and and it's like that's kind of like the how do I get 100,000 links today kind of like thing. And there's value there. Like there are people in that community who are really at the edge of what's supposed to happen and what they can do, and they get stuff done, right? And is it super legit or like good for the universe? No, but neither is like soda.
Right. Well, and it's just like, like buying a bunch of followers for your Instagram so that you've got, 4,000 something followers where they're all a bunch of junk, doesn't really get you that much. And I guess it gets you.
God don't make no junk, Patty. My followers make junk.
It's like, I don't know, some of that, like that's kind of useless. There is an authentic way to not be so kind of ridiculous online.
Yeah, if you want to spend them freaking 5 years posting. I want to make money now, Patty, okay? I want to make money by linking something.
But those fake accounts, those aren't going to be the ones buying your stuff. They're not people, right?
Not unless you buy my system. How to get fake people to buy your stuff. But damn, it'll only be available for a week. Get into it. We're over 12:30.
I'm sorry. So let me look real quick. So I was taking some notes while I was reading this article. They did mention a Seth Godin quote, which I thought was worth kind of mentioning here. He says,
here we go. I'm sick of Seth Godin. I'm sick of his head. Unless he's on this call, in which case, Seth, I love you. Have me over. But if he's not on this call, I'm a little
I got like about
please.
18 inches away from him at Inbound this summer. So he and I feel like connected to him now.
I know, because I had a stick. I was like, oh, excuse me.
That was. Okay, so what he says, this is his quote, he says, you don't find customers for your products, you find products for your customers.
Oh my God, that is such a stereotypical Seth Godin quote. You don't get links for your website, you websites for your links.
Well, in the context of the article, I'm pulling it out of the paragraph, but I thought it was pretty good.
Sounds like another book ready to go. Websites for your links. The revolutionary formula.
You really are getting nothing done today, I can tell.
I've been pissed at him because in college we both got called in to play 7 Minutes in Heaven and he bounced and he wouldn't play.
Seth Godin?
Yeah. We went to the same school. We took all the same classes and stuff.
You did not.
No, we didn't.
He's like 30 years older than you.
I don't know. Maybe he's way older than me. He looks like a giant baby, so I can't really tell how old he is.
You just want to pick him up and...
He looks a little bit like a knuckle, but like human-sized. You know what I mean?
You're awful.
I mean, I'm sorry. I'm just telling it like it is.
He's actually a really...
I'm sure he's he's a wonderful person, a caring husband and father or whatever. I'm just not...
He's a really interesting guy.
Thing where it's like...
Really...
Anybody who can realistically be like, what do you do? It's like, oh, I'm a writer and a thought leader. I'm like, you're a parasite. You don't do anything. That's what that means.
Stop it.
You know? This is maybe my classism is coming out. Anyway, but yeah.
So affiliate marketing is not dead. Yeah. Gawker is killing it. They've got
Gawker's doing okay. Yeah. They're going to be around for a while.
So they're making a lot of money according to this article. You should read the article. The article's interesting. So they're making a lot of money with their affiliate work. They're segmented because there's several companies, right? So Gawker's like, they own a bunch of these websites that we all know.
And, all sorts of stuff. They have Gizmodo and Kotaku.
Right. Yeah. So like on the Gizmodo, there's, the products that they either recommend or review or talk about. Those are the ones that are affiliate links for them. And then, they kind of mentioned what they're using for the Gawker sites. But, they say if your product is being, when your product is being featured, if it's helpful to users, it will result in kind of a more positive or yield higher results than if you're just kind of,
Yeah, I think this thing goes safely in the not inherently bad, but marketers ruin everything category. Yeah,
absolutely. Okay. Cheers. I agree completely. Cheers.
Next up, you can sell advertising space on your baby's forehead. This is it.
Oh,
it's called bad.
So when is the Super Bowl? Yeah. It's coming up.
We're the worst. We're the worst Americans. When are they playing Super Bowl? I will say that I'm excited for the Super Bowl every year because I don't watch football at all. But my youngest brother, Andrew, loves football. He's like so into it, especially the Patriots or whatever. But so into it, he's way into it, and so serious enough that if it's not going well, he's like gets real quiet. Like it's like a dangerous situation, like really intense. So I text him funny things for the entire game. And then which itself is really funny. And then my wife and I, we just use it as an excuse to make a bunch of food. So we make like wings and nachos and stuff. We make that kind of thing. And like, that's just fun. It's like a fun night and just whatever, just joking around. I don't know if you remember last year, there was a commercial where it was just a black screen, and there was like there's a sound of someone. So it was like someone making a phone call, and on one end it picks up as like, "Hello, 911. What's your emergency?" And the woman on the other end is like, "Yes, I'd like a large pepperoni pizza." And on 911, the guy's like, "Ma'am, I'm sorry, you're calling 911." And she's like, "Yes, a large pizza. No, just pepperoni and cheese would be great." And they're like, "Ma'am, are you okay? Is there someone in the house?" And she's like, "Yeah." and it's like a domestic violence call, and it's like, you know, like domestic violence happens all the time. It was really, really effective commercial. So anyway, then later in the game, it wasn't going well for my brother's team. So we were joking around that like his fiance at the time was ordering a pizza, or it just became a general thing for like, oh, are you ordering a pizza right now? Meaning you have to get out of the house because he's too intense about the football. Anyway, I thought it was funny.
I get it. That's
it's
funny.
gonna be stuff like that.
Domestic violence is not funny.
Yeah.
No, it's
it
not.
is funny.
No.
Although,
No. I don't remember seeing that, by the way. No, it's not funny. We're not. You're getting hate text. No, it's not. But I get it. I didn't see it, but that's very poignant. So, all right, you're gonna land this. You're gonna land this thing.
No, that was it. I just do you watch the Super Bowl?
We do. I just don't know if I'm going to be here for it. I'm trying to figure out when it is. I don't know if it's this weekend or next weekend.
Oh, so that's the thing. You're going on vacation, so there's going to be no
yes,
on IPA.
Yes, I won't be here.
Okay. All right. So we can wrap this up because I got to go because I got calls and everything. But, so there's going to be no SEO and IPA next week. But if you like the episode, you got half of it or something like that, you can always catch us Wednesday noon Eastern Standard Time, except next week, but every other week, Wednesday noon Eastern Standard Time. You can also go on YouTube and find replays of past shows. And I think this show, right? These shows go up on YouTube as well, right? So just go on YouTube, type in SEO and IPA. You'll find us. As always, we appreciate having you. Patty, as always, please optimize responsibly. All right, guys, we'll see you next week. That's it. All right. 2 weeks. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Not next week, but the week after. Okay. All right. Bye, everybody. See you later. Bye-bye.